Hello there. So there are a lot of keyboard layouts like QWERTY, Dvorak, or Colmac, and these layouts also have many deviations stemming from them. So when you use these and you make these layout changes, you want to get up to speed as fast as possible. So I have a similar case where I created a custom layout and then made 8 key changes. So to get up to speed, I made a post highlighting the exercises that I planned on doing. I followed those exercises, which I will go over briefly, and then show my 1 week progression, which can be captured through graphs. So this was the original post from or to our keyboard layouts, and this is just going through instead of practicing like all the words that you can select just the ones that you're having problems with and kind of get the low hanging fruit first and then build up. So I'll go through that. So the first exercise um, is actually selecting single keys, and this helps you when you first make keyboard layout changes. This is probably one of the hardest parts is just figuring out where all these new keys got remapped to. So this helps with that process. If you go to monkey type, go to change, go to custom, paste that in, select random, go to 100, and this will just generate a random order of all these letters 100 times. I would do either stop on word or stop on letter, and then you can go through this test. What I did was I put my results down as words per minute, and accuracy. And I did this for 7 days. Um, and then after I did that, I created a CSV where I put all this stats together, and I then created some charts. So this is what it would look like. This was a single letter change from exercise 1, showing that I started out like near 18 words per minute, and then as I uh, went through the days, I got faster, around 40-ish, near day 7. And then normally you're not supposed to combine metrics on graphs, but it was just easier to see the trends. So I have words per minute here, and then accuracy over here, which is more of like a percent. Um, so yeah, I would say the single letter changes, exercise 1 is uh, more better in the beginning. And then later, this is pretty stagnant, but you can still make a little bit of progress. Um, and yeah, it's just down here is exercise. Yeah, this is every alphabet letter and the period included. Um, okay, so next is exercise 2, which it's this case you're isolating individual letters changes. So so you start out with the top 200 words, and then you select every single word that contains the letter D. Then you remove all the letters that contain K, P, G, M, B, or Z in my case. This could easily be done if you go to words filter at gfruits.github.io, typing word dash filter HTML. You can select the top 200, and then you can have all the letters that you're excluding here and including here. Filter, copy, and that's exactly what this list is right here. Um, so I did this for not just the letter D, but for every single case where I isolate one at a time. So that's just going down here, do page down. You can see go through every single one, and show charts. So this is the letter D. I'm still making pretty good progress all the way through. And just because I have like only like 2 results on like day 3 or day 4, that doesn't mean I'm only hitting that word uh, on 2 tests or 4 tests, whatever. Because there are also tests later on that I do that also practice that word combination. So um, So the general pattern's the same for the most part, increase in words per minute, usually more steeper in the beginning and then slowly going, um, plateauing closer to 100 near there though. This was just the first week, so expect it to keep going up to my probably around 110, 120 around that area after another week or so, and then we'll see from there. Um, so yeah, some of the letters, if they like switch from typing with your left hand to typing on your right hand, um, those could be harder to learn. Also, if they're like on non-traditional alphabet letters, like if you move the letter to like semicolon or somewhere else, then that can also take longer just to build up that muscle memory and endurance for that finger. All right. Let's see. After that is exercise 4, which exercise 4 is this is combining everything together from exercise 3. So all the hold on. Did I do that? Okay, all sing exercise 3. Sorry. There was that exercise 2. Now I'm exercise 3. Okay, so this is similar top 200 words with all the letter changes. So this list right here would be included in all the other ones from exercise 2. It's just basically together. This just helps integrate all the words together, and if you're like focusing on maybe the B letter words, then there's a good chance that you're hovering over the B letter itself. So this, by combining all these other different uh, words, you're less likely to hover over this one individual letter that's constantly changing. So I think this is also a great exercise to do. Um, have more results towards this one, as you can see. A lot more training exercises done. And there's a really strong trend going up over time, so that's good to see. So yeah. After that, exercise 4. Now this one's probably one of the trickier ones because this one has more than one letter changed. Um, so what that means is the others you can kind of modify from your existing memory, but for these you almost have to like completely remap like how you think of typing these words out because there are multiple changes. So these just take a lot longer to get down and they're harder to do. So what I actually did was I just um, would type a word 3 times in a row just to build up that muscle memory at first. And I think that was a pretty good exercise. I think I have right here. You can see how I started a lot lower than some of the other ones. Oh, yeah. And then gradually picked up my speed at the end. So that one I would still say I would should continue doing this one for longer than some of the other exercises. Exercise 5. This is probably more the standard test taking exercises where this is just the words 25. So monkey type words 25. And then sometimes I would add modifiers. So for this one, I would probably take off stop on error. So I just press escape, and then you can add or remove different modifiers. So stop on error, I might add like there's something called a fun box. And then there's like a whole list they can choose from. I think read ahead easy is a pretty good one. For the shorter ones, you can put on a caret. What's it called? Caret mode. And you can set a custom or your personal best, which is just like a little cursor that you can set at a speed. They'll just move along and then you kind of race with it. So that's a good exercise to do. So yeah, I did that. I did exercise for words 25 and then words for 100 as well. This is just building up speed, and if you do a longer duration, then it's more about consistency. The words 25 I would tend to restart if I don't have like a good start. But the words 100 I just have to go through. So um, also for if you're doing words 100, I would take off your caret, your personal best caret mode. I think you can just really mess you up actually if you do that because the test is so long, and you can have a lot different deviations, I would say, than the others. So let's see, words 25. So I have a lot of tests done, and you can see a pretty good pattern. I didn't even include the accuracy because there were so many. Um, but yeah, there's a pretty strong pattern. I'll show you the monkey type stats as well at the end. I created a whole new profile on monkey type and also KeyBR as well. I practiced a little bit. And this is the last graph. This is just words 100, no stop on words. So yeah, it was got over 100, so I was pretty happy with that. Um, and then yeah, I think that's it for those exercises that I have. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, monkey type, profile. This is kind of showing what I did. This is a new profile instead I've been on there for that's a long time. I don't know if today counts really. Okay, it's not even on there. Um, yeah, so I mainly just practiced on that Sunday, the second day, for the most part. That's where I got almost 5.5 hours. Um, these were the 7 days. I think this was just past midnight because I didn't really do any typing yesterday. I was busy. Um, but yeah, a lot of tests done, a lot of resets, I would say, mainly during the 25 words. And sometimes if like I had a bad start, like on the first line or something like that, then I'd do a restart. But these are my general highest, average. Um, yeah, so you can make sense of whatever you want with that. Um, and I didn't say anything about key BR in the beginning because I wasn't planning on using it, but I felt like it was actually pretty good early on. I think I used it the third day and beyond that. Just starting out, I used it for a total of 3 hours. Average 74, top 105. The reason why I used this was because I felt like I was overtraining on a very small data set of just like the 200 words. So I felt like this was good practice, just expanding the different combinations of the for the letters that I changed. You can see strong decrease in errors and increase in words per minute going through. So that's nice. It's exactly what you would expect. Let's see. And I guess after this, I was starting a little bit, but I didn't have much data to include on the metrics. But you can go to language and you can select like English 1K, so you'll get a whole new list, and you can start increasing the difficulty. And there's also quotes and stuff that you can use to help um, train outside of that and get your words per minute back up to speed. Um, if you were paying attention to some of the graphs and you got this far, then you'll probably notice that my accuracy was pretty low, and that's just because right now I'm on Mac and I have a weird macro or weird key that acts as a duplicate key. So when I press basically the ampersand sign followed by a letter, it just copies it. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because if I hold on, let me switch this to 1. If I type this out, then it will show that I have a lower accuracy, even though I've only used 4 characters, but it'll show the ampersand sign acting as a duplicate key as an extra O. So that's why the accuracy might be lower than what you're used used to. Um, yeah, and I hope you found this useful. I'll put links to everything that I've done to the other site on the about section or the description section on YouTube. Thank you and have a good day.